Hello everyone. Just got in from a night shift, 8 o'clock in the morning, Saturday the something of November. Yeah, definitely just on a night shift. But I've decided parkrun. It's going to happen this week. I miss it all the time. I'm finishing Saturday morning for the next month, so I'm doing it today. So I've got to get some warm clothes on because it's frosty outside, and get myself down to Southall Parkrun. See you there.
3, 2, 1, go!
Off and away we go, and can we get a W after a night shift? Southall Parkrun's winning time generally ranges between about an 18 flat and a 20 flat, I'd say. Usually around 19 flat, and I was feeling like I probably had around a 19 flat in me. It does look like a speedster may have turned up today though. My GPS at this point wasn't working particularly brilliantly because when I was looking down it was ranging from 4-minute flat to 4:20 pace. Given I didn't feel particularly wonderful due to the lack of sleep, I was questioning whether I actually was going that pace. But usually when you see yourself running on camera, it really looks quite slow compared to what you're actually running. And this looks like at the moment we're going at a fair old pace. And as we approach the roundabout just up here on the right, I'll put the time that we went through the opening 360 metres. There's a segment actually on Strava there, and I ended up doing the 6th ever quickest time that Strava had recorded there. Doing it at a quite blistering 3 minutes 10 per kilometre. Sub 16 on the cards. Heading into the roundabout now, and you'll see my sim racing and go-karting background coming in dividends. Look at that perfect racing line, and we've gained back a few meters. As I said before, my GPS wasn't really working particularly well at this point, and I didn't know I'd gone out that hot. So it was very lucky that actually in the next sort of 400 meters or so, this guy very much eased back a little bit, because for the opening, I don't know, maybe 2k, I reckon I was going whatever speed he was going to do, and I would not have gone down well. Absolutely amazing encouragement from the marshal there. Now, unfortunately, that's all you guys are going to see from this Southall Parkrun. Some major technical difficulties hit crown my run last night. I formatted the SD card because it had run out of storage to film a couple of clips for the end of the video wrap-up, and I thought I'd save the footage on my hard drive for use in the video, but I had not. This then meant a painstaking 12-hour journey of trying to get the footage back with various recovery softwares. Very little luck. I managed to find some thumbnails from old videos, but nothing that could actually be useful for the video. Seems Insta360 make it very difficult to recover lost footage. I think video formats are quite difficult to find when you format the SD card, but I think Insta360 might make it extra difficult because they're using old SD renewed cards, because I was finding some fucking dodgy photos when I was looking through some of the stuff I was finding. So I was up till 6 AM attempting to get this footage back, but it wasn't to be. But what happened in the race? You probably guessed it. I didn't win. I came second. I did manage to stick with this guy for 2.5k, but as you can see with the splits, I had a big drop off in the 3rd, 4th and 5th and it was because at about 2.5k he put in a really big surge. Couldn't go with him. Now I'm going to show you the footage of a happy, jovial Jody recorded that was meant to be at the end of the race to wrap up things and talk about how the race went. So I'm going to show that anyway, even though it caused me to format most of the bloody race. Just to give you guys a little bit more running footage, as there wasn't much, unfortunately. Very sorry about that. I'm going to go straight into showing a full 4-minute interval session that I did for my 10k sub 37-minute plan in Regent's Park today. And it's the interval that was inside the park, so it looked the prettiest, I think. Most of it I spent around the outside of the park. So if you want to skip straight to that, I'll put a timestamp in. If not, carry on and you'll see a past Jody having a brief discussion about what happened at Southall Parkrun.
So, as you can see, an 18:30 for the parkrun, a second place, finishing 20 so seconds behind first in the end, but we gave it a really good shot. In small consolation, I did end up beating Damo by 4 seconds this week,
and he was doing a very quick park run in Hove, so minor victories, you could say, after the drumming that he gave me in the Beachhead 10K that you can watch right here. It's a shame I wasn't able to get the win at Southall today, but that's okay. You can see here I've just posted my top, I think it's 6 results ever that I've ever done at Southall Parkrun, and you can see myself getting quicker over the last year or so, not quite being able to go quicker this time. You can see that my heart rate was down like maybe 5, 6 compared to what it usually is for an average heart rate of a park run. So aerobically, I maybe had more to give, but as I said, I'd had no sleep, so I was just extremely fatigued. But I gave it everything in those first 2 or 3K, and then just fell short in the end. Didn't have the legs in me, and I do think that the guy who beat me in the end probably had more. If I was able to go with him for another couple of K, he probably could have kicked on, because he looked like a pretty solid runner. Number 3. And that is a 4-minute interval around Regent's Park completed. I managed to do 5 in this session, all at about an average of 3 minutes 35 per K with a 2-minute rest between. And I was really, really happy because I was aiming to do these intervals at 10K pace, which is 3 minute 42 per kilometre for a sub 37 10K. But I felt quite good at the start, so I just went off effort, what I felt 10K pace sort of felt like. And I'm always a little bit worried at the start. Okay, I'm just feeling quite good at the start. I feel a bit rubbish by the end, but look, I managed to keep it. My average pace was actually quickest in the final one in the end. So a really, really good session. 5 days to go until Brighton and Hove 10K.